Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mom's Corner. How are you? I hope everyone's doing well today. My name is Zainab. I am filling in for Saad today. We want to thank everyone who's here today for being here on this lovely day. And I appreciate you being here with us today. And we are so blessed to have you. Mom's Corner is, as many of you know, Mom's Corner is one of the many programs under the umbrella of Global Perinatal Services. And Global Perinatal Services is a nonprofit. Our mission is to provide community-based doula services that will educate, respect, and empower low-income refugee and immigrant women and their families during pregnancy, birth, and into early parenting. And Mom's Corner has become a space not just for moms, but for all women folk. And since the pandemic, it has become not just a space where we come to find empathy, support, and camaraderie, but a safe haven and access to so many critical resources in our communities. And today's topic is ASQ developmental screening, and we'll start our presentation shortly, and then we will have a Q&A session. And then I think I'll put it in the chat box, but whoever would like to, any parents or caregivers who would like to partake in that, please leave your email address, contact information in the chat box, and we will get in touch with you. And then when you complete your ASQ screening for your child, we will send you a gift card in the mail. So I think without further ado, I will go ahead and start the slide presentation. Here. Let me just pull it up here. Okay, there it is. Alrighty. Yep. Share here. Can you guys see that okay?
Yes.
Okay, I think I'll put it on like presentation mode. Okay. And so welcome to the ASQ 3 kickoff. And this session again is more for asking questions and getting your questions answered about the ASQ. And so we start with what is ASQ3, and ASQ3 stands for the stages, ages and stages questionnaire, 3rd edition. And ASQ3 is a screening tool used to check your child's development, strengths, and potential challenges from ages 1 month to 5 years old. There are individual questionnaires for the child's developmental milestone. These milestones are supported by evidence-based research and used throughout the healthcare and public education system to ensure every child is healthy and receiving support if needed. Please note that the ASQ screenings are not a medical diagnosis. And so what is the purpose of ASQ? The purpose of the screenings is to provide support and services to for your family and for your child and family in a way that is respectful, impactful, and meaningful. And so how Global Perinatal Services can help is Global Perinatal Services believes that the ASQ tool is an essential part of our program because we want to do all we can for your child's health. If a child needs a referral, we can make one to King County on your behalf, and the family might be eligible for free services to specialists. And each child, like we said, who completes the survey will receive a $30 gift certificate for their participation. How does it work? So our ASQ administrators, and we have one of them here today, who will be answering your questions, are trained to complete the ASQ with you from the comfort of your home via video chat and answer any questions you might have, as well as explain to you why it's such an important tool. Our screeners speak the following languages: Amharic, Arabic, Hindi, Tigrinian, Spanish, Oromo, Shona, Mandinka, French, Wolof, and Fulani. I'm pretty sure I butchered some of those. The screening can take about 1 to 2 hours. After the screening, our administrators will review the results and have a follow-up conversation with the family about the results within about 48 hours. And this is a sample of what the screening looks like when you are filling it out for your child. So there's a communication section, gross motor section, gross motor section, and then fine motor section, problem solving, And then, yeah, so you kind of answer yes or sometimes or not yet. And then they take the cumulative number of that and see where your child is at. And so, yeah, and you do this at the comfort of your own home, and it's not done publicly, but it's you and the administrator that will be conducting this together. So, yeah, I think, wow, that was short. That's the end of our slides. And so if anyone has any questions about any of this stuff that I just. Here.
Zay, I had just sent you some of the questions that that Taylor will hopefully go over. I would like, yeah, we would just like for Taylor to sort of share her own experience as an ASQ, admin as well, and then there's some questions that you can answer or she can answer as well.
Okay, sure. So I can also write these in the chat box, but how can I sign up? It's one of the questions, Taylor. If you want to, I can read them out one by one, or yeah, however you'd like. But how can they sign up?
They contact Global Prenatal Services, and myself or one of the other ASQ admins will be assigned to them, depending on their language that they speak and our availability. And then we, enroll them in the program. And find the right questionnaire within their age. We could do these visits now virtually, so we can do the screenings virtually, or we can email them to the parents and they can fill them out, and we can kind of walk them through over the phone if they have any questions. We used to do in-home visits more before COVID, but it's been a little difficult. If families are comfortable, and there might be a referral needed or they don't understand, then we come with them with some activities for the children so we can complete the questionnaire that way.
Right, okay. And then if the screening, what can I say? If the screening shows that there's a delay, then what happens then?
If the screening shows a delay, we start a referral if the parents are okay with that. And we try to get them more developmental services in what area they're having any delay in. And it's really beneficial if we could try to find out what their delay is before they turn 3. So between when they're born and 3 years old is the best time to try to decipher whether or not they have a delay, so we can get it under control before they start school.
Get it early. Yeah. And can you make a referral on my behalf, on my child's behalf?
The parent has to agree that they would like the referral, and then we go from there as far as who they would go to and what services they would need.
Okay. Will the screeners come to my home?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Sure. And what are the ages? Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to add something about the referral piece. So with the referral, like Taylor said, first the parents have to be okay for us, to make the referral for them. So if there's a delay and the child needs, that referral made and the parent agrees, then GPS can help the parents in making the referral to the right agency, and then make that connection between the family and that agency. So yeah, that's what I wanted to sort of. So GPS will be the ones making that connection, but we need to get the consent from the parent first before we do that.
Okay.
Yes, and if also in addition, if parents are uncomfortable with where they may be going for the referral, we can try to go along with them and support them if they might need an interpreter or they just feel comfortable because we've made the connection already.
Yeah. Got it. Oh, I'm just kind of writing that on there in the chat box for people to leave their info. Mhm. Right. Mhm. Yes. Right. And then I just wanted to add, I'm not sure, something like if parents are kind of apprehensive because they feel like, oh, you know, if I do the screening, then some people are kind of have that fear, like my child is gonna be labeled as like disabled. Or what would you say about to that, Taylor?
Well, it's good to get any sort of developmental help, you know, early on, so they won't be labeled later on, and we could try to remedy these situations of, you know, any sort of delays that they have in development. So it's better, you know, to find out early so that we can,
Yeah.
you know, fix the situation before they start attending school, and
Yes.
then they're in special education classes, or they're just delayed in areas that we could have already, you know, fixed the problem early on.
That's right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to add to that? Mm-hmm. I think we already answered this question, right? What are the ages of children who qualify? Mm-hmm.
We can screen at 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
up to 5.5 years.
Yeah.
And like I said, 1 to 3 is like the best time to screen.
Yeah.
As far as your developmental process, and you know, if there's any delays, fixing those problems, and
Mm-hmm.
as well as insurance covers it during that time.
Yeah.
When you start to get older, it gets a little trickier,
Mm-hmm.
as far as having to pay out of pocket for those costs.
Yes. Right. So this is these services are free to families. They don't cost them anything.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they receive a $30 gift card after they complete the survey. And you know, we also like to, you know, try to, if they need, you know, certain activities for the children, we can provide those as well. You know, and continue relationships with these families, that if maybe they are delayed in some areas, that we can follow up later with the families, again, if they want to be rescreened at a later time.
Okay. And it's all confidential, like your information is kept confidential.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see here.
Yeah, I think that's a piece where people, when we first started this, people started freaking out, was the piece about privacy and, you know, will my information be kept? And like Taylor said, yes, privacy is very important to us. And this program is one of the programs that BSK, Best Starts for Kids, funds. And so we do collect data on folks who we screen, but their identities are not attached to the data that we collect. For instance, the data that we submit, the families, their identity is not connected. So it's not going to be like, you know, if your child is, you know, your child's name, your age, and all that stuff. Once we put them in the computer generates an ID for that child. So that ID is what is used. So the child's name is not going to be attached to the results. And this is one of the ways to sort of help in keeping, you know, the privacy of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's great. Yeah. I think there's only 3 of us, and yeah, if people have questions, they can definitely follow up with us. Yeah. So I think we'll leave it at that, Taylor, unless you have anything else you want to add. All right, then we will stop there. And I think I might have something in the chat box here. Okay, got it. Yep, so we will wrap it up, guys, and call it a day. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Taylor, thank you so much for answering the questions, and Faisa and Yasmin also for being here. And we'll put this video on YouTube for those who can be here today to view. And as always, if you have any questions, we are on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, and of course, our YouTube channel. So you can always, there's always a way to get a hold of us. So, yeah, so we hope to see you next time, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Taylor.